Hey, Sandy. Hi, Laurie. I have no clue what's going on with YouTube. I really don't. It tells me that everything is set and it should go on the right orientation and everything. And then as soon as I hit go live, it turns it back round to vertical and there's no way to change it. Okay, I know I've got a few of you sort of coming in. So hello to Sandy, Laurie, Naomi, Cheryl, Adria, Katinka, Judy, Ebony, Celia, Kay, and Red. How's it going, Red, in school? Yeah, back to normal. I think what I'm going to have to do is just literally just go live at 7:30, I think, rather than try and schedule them, because clearly something's going wrong with the scheduling, isn't it? How are we all doing this evening? Hey, Anna Karen. How are we all doing? Are we all well? Lauren has gone back into school today. She was up and out quite early this morning. She did very well, especially considering it was the first day in school after 6 weeks. And she hasn't exactly been getting up over the summer. Red, it's been amazing. Feels like a carnival ride. Once at so high and the next minute's the lows. Ah, bless you. Hey, Kay. Adria. Yeah, I'm not so bad. It's been quite a good week so far. Went in and had an office day yesterday. Hey, Catherine. Went and had an office day yesterday and I had a lovely email today. I've been nominated for an award at work, which is quite nice. Didn't know I was so appreciated. It's always lovely to get that sort of thing. Red, I get new schoolers, so they don't know anything and also don't know about so many things. Right, okay. You've got a task on your hand then, Red. Hey, B Crafts, stood on the sidelines at Sun's football match. That's dedication, that. Hey, Joanne. Learning as a whole. Hello, Kelly. How are you doing this evening? Are you getting any better? Carla, hello. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Hi, Sue. Yeah, thank you very much. Missing my daughter. She flew out Monday, 2 weeks in Jamaica. Oh, blimey. I bet she'll have an absolute whale of a time, Sandy, but it won't stop you missing her, will it? Yeah. And Andy's big news thing is tomorrow. Did you lock the bag?
I did.
Oh, thank you. Andy's big news thing is tomorrow. He's meeting the reporter at 10 o'clock, you said? 10:30 in the morning. So we're getting ready for that. My eyes fine now, good to go. Perhaps I'll stitch tomorrow. Hubby takes his dad shopping every Thursday morning, so I'll have quiet. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I decided to stitch in this top section on She Sleeps tonight just to give it a bit more attention. Thank you, Sandy. It was completely out of the blue. They do this, it's like a spotlight on kind of thing. And he's nominated me for the work I've done the last few weeks. So I was proper. I said to him, sent him an email. I said, it's a good job I'm not in the office today. Because if I did, I'd have run over and they'd give you a great big hug, and not just a normal kind, one that would kind of knock you off your feet sort of hugs. Yeah, but I'm just touched that he felt me worthy of a nomination. I didn't even think he'd noticed me. I'm one of those people that sort of kind of, sits quietly in the back, and I'm fully aware I'm a small cog in a big machine. But yeah, it seems like I've been noticed. It's lovely. If you hear music, that's Lauren in the bathroom. Music's on so loud, I could probably sing you the words. Don't know what she's listening to, but it sounds horrific. So what are you guys all working on? Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, good. If I end up with a copyright strike, I'll kill her. To be fair, it's not music as we know it. It just sounds like a big noise. There were a few bits to share from the group, from those of you who are in the group. I'm trying to finish my Hungarian embroidery. It'll be a gift. Ooh. Ages on Tiger Family of the Jungle standard version. Ebony's working on Sweet Summertime from Contemporary Cross. I'll be having a look at your video as well later, Ebony, if I get a chance. If not, it'll be tomorrow as I work. Keep me company in the background. Judy is stitching on Death by Cross Stitch for a change of pace. Cheryl is on a Disney. Oh, no problem. Sue switching between different Halloween projects and loving it. Naomi has picked up a sampler today. I have a quite hard to work before the kids get off the bus from school. Lovely. Those hours are the best, aren't they? Helen is working on a Shannon Christine. Kay on Stained Glass Mermaid. Daydream for Sandy, Heather Edwards, Pain-Free Crafts, 57%. Laurie has pulled out her retired Haid. A huge one, Merry Christmas 2023. Astrology Cat for Carla. Oh my days, Kay. Stitchy 5 for Fighting with 775 and white floss on white fabric. Oh my days. Katinka Port Mauve Butterfly. Red, Stitchy Baby, sorry, first stitch with me. 19 about your plans, yeah. Kelly, yep, that's great stuff, yeah. So I'm just reading down the comments. My little group is getting not so little. 120 something members, which is kind of lovely. Yeah, I'm proper pleased with that. I think Catherine's coming in from Facebook as well. I'll just catch up on there. How many rows have I done there? I've done that one, that one, that one, and those stitches there. Oh, missed one, missed another. Cool. Okay. Okay, so Catherine, I'm having my Freddo. It's a rustling you can hear. Hi, well and all on this wet day. Hope all is well. Fergus at 22.24% reached the other end and filling in and moving downwards. Fergus is absolutely stunning. If you've not seen it, Catherine posted a picture of it in the group. It's absolutely amazing. Uh, 128 members so far. I'm chuffed at that. It's brilliant. Hey, Ashley. Now, who's this who's added me as a friend on Facebook? Oh, it's somebody who is widowed and is some kind of doctor or something. So it's a bot. Yeah, bye-bye. Just love weeding out the bots. I had one message me. Hey, it's your friend so-and-so. I said, okay, how can you prove it? Now, I had a very specific meeting of this lady. I'm like, how can you prove it's her? And I said, tell me how we met. And they said, oh, you were in school together. Nope. So I said something rather rude. I said, don't even bother. Go and, jog on. £2 off this week, Ebony. Slim of the week. Super job. Heard from a doctor about your mum. Oh, Ashley, do fill us in. What news? If you, of course, if you're happy to do that, I'm hoping that it's good news. One and a bit weeks to go. She's been put on a ventilation airlift for, oh my goodness. A ventilation airlift to a different hospital. Life support could be possible in the near future. I'm so sorry, Ashley. I honestly, I don't know what to say. All I think is really to send you all my best, all my thoughts, all my love and all my good wishes. And I really, really hope for the very best outcome for you and your mum. Bless you. You must be going through it right now. Been keeping stitching going all week, which has been helping, but I now have no mood for anything. I absolutely, completely understand that. Completely. I lost my mum a good number of years ago, but in the years leading up to her passing, she used to have, well, I don't know what your mum's diagnoses or problems are, and you don't have to tell me a thing. But my mum had COPD, and she had lung problems and heart problems and diabetes and blood pressure problems and so on and so forth. And we went through the ventilator and off the ventilator thing a number of times. And it over a number of years, from like 2002, I think, was the first time she went on one. And my mum passed in 2013. I know that that'll be no comfort. I know. But what I'm trying to say is that I know how tough it is and I know how it feels. And of course, you can reach out to me, okay? Diabetes, COPD, alcoholism, depends. She says she could maybe come off it, but it depends on her lungs and her desire to live. You see, that was the COPD, the diabetes, is exactly the same as my mum. And we willed her to come off because, she had a life and her grandchildren. We absolutely willed her to come off. But I will be keeping you in my thoughts. And I do hope for the best outcome. Bless your heart, Ashley. Yeah, my mum did too. My mum ended up on a CPAP machine, giving her the positive airway pressure after a while. And because what had happened is my mum had a build-up of carbon dioxide and monoxide, one or other in her lungs, I think, or dioxide. And then she had problems with the potassium levels, and it seems like when they got one thing dealt with, something else came along to throw a spanner in the works. It sounds very similar to what my mum had. And pneumonia is silent. Pneumonia doesn't tell you that it's coming. It doesn't tell you that it's there. It doesn't show you that it's there. You know, when Lauren was 3, Lauren ended up with pneumonia, and it took 3 days for the doctor to diagnose it. It's very tough. All her other organs are stable, but her lungs aren't yet. It sounds like the lungs is the tricky part then. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm sure that everybody here is right behind you, and will send you as much support as possible in a virtual sense. But, you know, if you do need to reach out, then by all means do so. You know, hope we're all friends. And if we can be of any support, a distraction, you know, I don't know, even just tell your dad jokes or something, you know. I'm pretty sure that each and every one of us would be here. Okay? Okay. Is Lauren doing drama this year by any chance?
Yeah, why?
That'd be why the music then and the singing and stuff over the summer. I thought she said she was doing drama. Yep, definitely there, Carla, the big hugs. Oh, absolutely, I appreciate it very much. The company's actually great having people to chat to about other things that I've been on the phone 2 days straight. Oh my goodness. I don't think I could be on the phone 2 days straight. I have enough on with my work phone.
I'm going to say. You're never off that, are you?
Sadly not. I had today, I had, when I went into the office yesterday, I had a new headset, and I was like, oh, I feel like royalty now. I've been 6 years with the bank, and now I've got a wireless headset for my phone. It feels like I've actually arrived. Wireless headsets are awesome. Means I can go and make a cup of tea while I'm talking to somebody. It's great. She says, oh, you can have a wireless keyboard as well. I went, nah. Keyboard I've got is fine. I know that some of the keys have rubbed off and all the rest of it, but it's fine. So, yeah, kids are back at school around here today. I think all the comp kids are back in now. I'm not sure about the primary school ones. I didn't hear a school run this morning. Yes, Kelly, I have moved it quite a way over to the right. Pretty much. This was the flower that was full of confetti. But I've just moved it along a little bit because I want to stitch on a different colour. Too much pink. We've done here. Don't know why I've done that. Thank you for the hug. This chat is weird at times. I can't always see other people's messages here. It's odd. I'll go to the top of the chat box, Ashley. There's a drop down and you might have got it set to top chat. If you click and select on live chat, it will show all messages. So yes, it might be that. Kelly, the dark part of the flower looks like a black pug dog. Do you mean this bit, Kelly? It kind of does, doesn't it? Ebony, I might have to start She Sleeps Sooner. Maybe after this project gets to 2K. Why not, Ebony? Why not? Because, did enable you and all that, didn't I? I'm very naughty.
Hashtag Nicola makes people do things. You are an enabler.
Well, I try my best. Is Patsy in tonight? Haven't seen her.
Been in your group.
Yes, there you are. I was just saying, is Patsy here tonight? And there you pop. Hey, been busy, nearly missed you. How you doing, Patsy? Hey, Ned. Yes, that part just struck me as you're putting a stitch in. Yeah. It's funny. I had a comment today on one of my other lives. Somebody said that on this piece, they could see an old man's face at a particular time. And I had a look and I couldn't see it. Oh, gone blur it. But then again, I can see a cat's face on stitching shelf and some people can't see that. So, yeah, we're good. Thanks, Patsy. We've just been sending a little bit of love and hugs to Ashley. Her mum's not well. She's not doing great. If you scroll back up the chat, you'll see her messages. But mum's not doing terribly well at the moment. Kind of half trying to listen to what this music is that's going on. I see a horse's face in the wood grain on my bathroom floor. My husband doesn't see it. He thinks I'm mad. Sometimes when I'm filming my floss tube, my camera will pick up a face in the sofa, in the leather of the sofa, and it kind of like the sorting hat from Harry Potter. When I see it, because when I'm looking in my phone and recording, it'll show a square. If you've got more than one face in the picture, it'll put a square frame on. And the phone picks it up. And it just, like I said, it just looks like the sorting hat.
Gryffindor. Something like that.
I don't know where I'd be if I were in Harry Potter.
What? Which house you'd be in?
I don't know.
I think you'd be like me. I think you'd be a Ravenclaw.
You think?
Yeah.
Pareidolia is different for everyone. Yeah. My to-be husband has forced me out of the house, so I'm out getting sunlight, and maybe I'll go and get a donut. Yeah. Do you know what? That sounds like a shout there, Ashley. Because you do need to make sure that you are looking after yourself, because honestly, you're no good to your mom if you're not looking after yourself. Donut sounds good. What's your favourite kind? Enid indoors and just heard somebody sneezing really loudly outside. Should hear what I hear in this house sometimes from the outside. Oh my goodness. We've had some right funny noises, haven't we, love? Ashley's a Hufflepuff. Enid had to take a heavy-duty antihistamine last night, so I can relate. Oh, all right. Kelly's a Slytherin and has a sweatshirt the kids bought her. Donuts with fondant and sprinkles. Ooh, sounds like my kind of donut. Here in the UK, we have, you know, donuts and donuts.
Two of them are upstairs.
We have a Dunkin' Donuts in Rotherham, which I've been to a couple of times. And, you know, there's also places where we can get Krispy Kremes. And I quite like the Dunkin' ones. There was some I got a box last time I went. There was some nice ones. We got Tim Hortons as well.
We ain't got many Tim Hortons. We've got a handful.
Very few.
Around if you know where to go.
This Haid stitches are many firsts for me, says Laurie. First Haid, even we've gridded 25 count and using pattern keeper. Ooh. Ticking lots of boxes in that one then, Laurie. My dream has always been to go to the UK and try the food. It all sounds so delightful. Yep.
It all sounds so delightful.
Well, we were talking about deep fried Mars bars the other day, weren't we?
Well, that's a Scottish thing.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of delicacies, English delicacies, isn't there? Fish and chips.
That's interesting. I mean,
roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
Who's saying that? Is it someone who's in America?
Ashley.
In America or Canada?
I think she's in America. It is USA, isn't it, Ashley, for you?
You see, the reason I'm saying that is because generally speaking, when I hear Americans talk about food, they always say it's bland and boring. Usually. It's
because a lot of time, us English, we don't season. And I'm not just talking about salt and pepper. We don't season. We don't use herbs and spices and stuff. Because we are plain and boring. Canada. She's in Canada. I'll catch a flight and stay with Nicola. No problem. Now you see, you're rubbing Pats it wrong way. Scotland is a part of the UK.
Yeah, there it is. I know it is. I'm just saying that the deep fried stuff is a Scottish thing.
Well, deep fried Mars bars, yeah.
Yeah. Like in the same way that Barra Brith is Welsh.
Oh, I love Barra Brith. I love it. With some proper butter. Or Welsh cakes with proper butter. I'm saying about all this with proper butter and I'm on a flipping diet.
Not hungry, are you?
No.
There you go, then it's working.
But I kind of want Barra Brith now.
How many sins in Barra Brith?
I don't know. And it will be the I don't care.
Well, it's been a while since you've had any.
I know, because there's no Barra Brith like proper Welsh Barra Brith. For anybody that doesn't know what Barra Brith is, it's like a tea bread.
It's like plum bread.
Yeah, but if you don't know what plum bread is, it's like a fruit bread. It's almost the consistency of fruit cake. Enid likes French herbs for cooking. Also like basil, etc. Yeah. Kay likes proper butter on toast. Definitely. Got to be proper butter, none of the plastic spread stuff, says Adria. Definitely. I've had a few occasions where I've actually made my own butter And that's even nicer, especially if you give it plenty of salt. Make your own butter. It's lovely. Your kids made it as well, didn't they, last year?
They did. They enjoyed doing it. Oh.
Mm. No, we don't buy margarine here. I used to. I only ever buy margarine if I'm making sponge cake, because butter's too heavy for it. Never had any, but it sounds like something you'd enjoy. You love fruit loaf. Absolutely, it would be, Kay. You would love it. You know, just have it buttered with a pot of tea. Yeah, another Kay makes her own butter. Yeah, live in Southwest USA. I love anything with chilies in it. Hot chilies. Ooh. Now, I'm not a strong flavours kind of person, but I will have food that does have strong flavours in it. But I am a plain and boring kind of gal.
You're not that bad.
Mm-hmm. Can you remember when we went to that restaurant and you had a choice of sauces and there was like ranch and sweet chili and honey mustard and all the rest of it? And then literally it said on the menu, the one that you opted for, plain boring mayo. And it literally said on the menu, plain boring mayo. Can you remember that?
Where was it?
It was in London at Wood Green, in that shopping centre. It's that burger joint we went to with Leo.
Oh, yeah.
No food for you, we need for over 4 hours. Ooh. So I'm on the intermittent fasting. Come on. Stay focused. I was in my palate for a lot of years, but now used to it. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? We do get used to it once if we start having strong flavours on the regular. You need loom knitting, a dishcloth. Don't forget to put a picture in the group. I like to see things like that. Other crafts as well. You know, it does look like a dog's face the more you look at it, doesn't it? Like a paw here and a paw there until I fill it in. I'm eating melon and ham before dinner. In certain places in the UK, Carla, that would be a starter.
Entree.
Oops, frogging to do. Will pattern keep and mark your grid lines. Show you mine. So you can see my grid lines, and then, oh, crikey. Move the pattern up. I've got page breaks in as well. So you know when you're getting towards the end of a page. Red just now did a post in the group as you were mentioning it. Oh, great stuff. I shall open up the thread in a moment and show you what's in the work in progress thread today. Hey, Patsy, are you still working on Diagonally? Can I mark the chart lines grey where my grids are? I don't think you can, Laurie. I think the only ones that you can change the colour of is the page break. I think you can change the colour of the page breaks, but I don't think you can change the colour of the grid lines. Come on. I changed the craft cupboard by Gecko Rouge. Ah, no worries. Sometimes it's good to have a bit of a change, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I like my rotation. Because after 1,000 stitches in a piece, I'm about ready to move on. Mind you, I've done quite well because my model stitch fabric turned up on Monday and I'm already nearly 40% through it. But to be fair, it's not a terribly big piece. It's about 1,300 stitches in it. So I'll have it done quite quickly. A bit of back stitch. I've been doing a bit of crochet in Hannah's blanket today. I can see the end.
The end is nigh.
I showed it to one of the ladies I work with today and she's like, oh, that's lovely. I'd love a blanket like that in dark green. I think, oh, is that a hint? And the thing is, I'd have to send it over to Northern Ireland.
What's wrong with that?
A great big dark green blanket across to the Northern Ireland. It's going to cost a fortune, isn't it?
You wouldn't be paying for it.
Why wouldn't I?
I want it. Buy a base postage.
I think she was kind of dropping a hint for me just to make her one as a gift.
Oh,
But
right. You'd enjoy doing it.
I would.
So there you go. What's the problem?
I should be having a look around for some dark green wools then. You started it ages ago and wanted to get back to it. Great stuff. How far through it are you? Because it's Gecko Rouge kit. I'm doing the year of the gecko next year. I'm loving that crochet has come back as a fashion element. It became trendy and so many youngsters make fabulous pieces. Yep. Because she's singing her heart out in Bath.
Where it's come from all of a sudden. Lauren used to be quite quiet.
Don't know. Come on, stop going blurry, silly thing.
Everything's so blurry.
You sing that every time I say the word blurry.
Yeah.
Just say it. I don't know what she's singing. I really don't. 0.20%, 907,910 stitches and 1,829 done, so not far. Make it a focus then for next year, Patsy. I'm terrible, aren't I?
What do you mean terrible?
I'm terrible. 149 colours. Wow. Finding some respite for my eyes, I've changed to 964 At least I'll be able to see the floss. Red, quite right. You're making progress, Patsy, and that's what matters. Let's have a look at some 915. You can always travel to deliver the blanket. It's already an excuse. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's an excuse to go and spend some time in Northern Ireland.
What's wrong with Northern?
If I turned up at Dana's door, I think she'd die of shock. My model stitch might be done by Friday if I keep on pace that I'm going, because I've pretty much got all of the day tomorrow to work on it. Well, apart from, you know, the thing that gets in the way of my stitching. You know, work.
What would that be?
Work. Can always throw a sickie. Throw a sickie and stitch all day. That'd be tremendous, wouldn't it? I think it might be some of the music from Hamilton that she's been listening to.
I think it probably is. I can't say as I know though. But you, of course, have seen Hamilton.
I certainly have. And believe it or not, I work with somebody of the same name.
What, you work with an Alexander Hamilton?
Correct. What about the model stitching I've done already? Can we see them anywhere? I've no idea. I would imagine that it's going to be a while before that they are published. As soon as I get wind that any of them are published, then of course I'll show you what I've done. But until I know for definite that they've actually been published, I can't show any of the pictures, unfortunately. And there is actually a group pertaining to one of the publications I'm stitching for, so I might just go and join that group, and then if I see them come up, I'll be able to show them, won't I? It is fun though. Yeah, maybe I can sort out a link once they've been published, but at the moment, because they're unpublished, if they fell into the wrong hands, then, you know, it's kind of like, you know, industrial espionage in the cross-stitch world, isn't it? It's one of them things that it's on a need-to-know basis. But I used to do it for DMC as well, and I did some of their tapestries that they did. There was one that was big cushions, big floor cushions that they did.
I remember that.
Yeah, there was one which was like sampler, but it was like London landmarks, and you know, there was like a black taxi and Big Ben and a roundel, you know, and a few other bits. And it was quite funny because I had a mail shot through for one of the cross-stitch companies that I'd bought from. I'd gone on their mailing list, you know, when they actually sent physical mailing lists rather than email ones. And my design was there in the model stitching I'd done was there in the print. I was like, wow. Couldn't believe it. Excuse me. That was some time ago, though, the DMC ones. It was about 8 years ago.
Yeah, so you're going back a few years.
And I just got into it quite by chance. There's a group on Facebook called Embroidery Model Stitchers and Designers. And a lot of them were like, well, you know, we'll let you keep the design when you stitched it kind of thing. But this one was actual paid work, and I was there. You know, I was there like, you know, quicker. What have I done here? Well, I've not marked off those stitches. That's what I've done, like a Wally. I was there as quick as you like, you know, like, yeah, I'll have some of that. And then started getting them through. I used to be in a contract with Spygart Swan College. The model stitches made my book money. Yeah. Loving. I mean, I love doing the model stitching, but the ones I'm doing, I know are UK based. So whether or not you've got a local publication that, you know, you just reach out to them and say, do you need any model stitches? It's nice because you get something different. I mean, I'm a full coverage gal, and none of these model stitches are full coverage. They're all sort of short projects. The model stitching, do you also FFO or just send them off? I just send them off when the stitching's done. Don't wash it, don't iron it, don't do anything. I literally just do the stitches, pack it up, send it back with the threads and an invoice, and then they, you know, pay me in 30 days kind of thing. But no, they do all the FFO in because obviously they have particular ideas of what they want to do with it. Some are cards, some are stitched on household items like, I don't know, a towel or a bag or a lampshade or whatever. Some of them are framed as pictures, you know, and styled differently as pictures, because you guys all know that the way you frame something can make or break a project, can't it, really? It's, you know, a box frame looks different to a flat frame, which looks different to a flat fold, and, you know, and so on and so forth. So, you know, they'll obviously have ideas on how they want them finishing. I just do the stitching part. So do they supply when you do the models? So they supply all my fabric, the fabric and threads that are required. They supply those. And then when I've just finished, I just, just bundle all the lot back in a package and send it back, because a skein of thread, you know, if you did like 2 stitches off it, you know, for them to pay for that skein of thread, it adds to the cost of doing the model. So they do ask for the thread back, which is fine because I've got all my cones. No, I'm not short of thread. I've only had one time when I've been doing model stitching, I wasn't entirely happy, and the piece of Ada that they sent me was just awful. The quality was dreadful, and I thought, and I said to Andy, I'm not stitching on this fabric because you know, when I do any stitching, I put my heart and soul into it. And I want it to look nice. I want it to be right. And, you know, I want it to be a piece that I can look at the end of it and say, I'm proud of that. So I swapped it out for a decent piece of DMC 14 count. It was never even noticed. Never noticed I'd swapped it out, but I felt so much better when I did. I take pride in what I do, so... But yeah, the one of the ladies is following me on Instagram, and when I sent her the email about what I do and I put the link, she was like, wow, that Middle Earth map is just amazing. I'm like, yep, it certainly is. It's getting better. The more I do of that, the more I love it.
There was something in the news yesterday about the guy who played Elrond. I'm not quite sure what it was.
About, what's his name?
I can't remember his name, I don't know, but there was someone in the news about
Hugo
him.
Weaving.
There was something about him.
He's a brilliant actor.
Let me see if I can find it.
Absolutely brilliant actor. Yes, I liked him in Priscilla as well. That was quite a funny film.
No, that's it. Hugo Weaving refuses to watch Rings of Power series.
Well, I'm not surprised. That's the Amazon effort. I think he joins quite a lot of the populace. I had a lovely time and hope everyone has a chill evening. See you next time. No worries. Excuse me. No worries there, Ed. You have a great end to your week at school. So I've just had to drop my frame a little bit because it might just help with the blurring. And I hope the rest of your week goes as well as the first part of the week. No worries, Ashley. Right, shall we show what is on the thread? Now I've got that 3371 in. This is the bit where you've got to have the bit of music. Do you remember Take Heart? What? No, you're too young for Take Heart, aren't you?
I have no idea what you're on about.
Right, it was a program called Take Heart, and he used to show the pictures that were sent in. And he used to have this yeah, that one.
That's got a name, that song.
Right, let's take a peek. Come on, you oldie facey of book. Come on. I think the rubber band's gone in this. Okay. Right, Red's whip for finish. So just as she's left here. So this is Hungarian embroidery style, the embroidery of Kalocska. It's a city famous for the paprika. The left picture is the progress and the right is a finished piece from a long time ago. So this is Red's work in progress embroidery, which is stunning. And then the finished piece will look like that. But that is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. That's the one, Kay. Time for your pictures in the gallery. Absolutely gorgeous. I am so envious of anybody who can embroider like that. Okay, right, let's have a look at my live stream thread comments. Okay, all comments. So, Belinda is doing Death by Cross Stitch, long dog sampler stitched on 28 count even weave by so-and-so, 1/1 full cross. Using 5 colours, but with the fabric background, that kind of makes it 6. And there is the start of Death by Cross Stitch, which is a long dog I must look into. Come on, focus. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? A beautiful stitching there. Let's just say, excuse the shadow. So, my lovely Karen Needlebug is working on. There's her hard hanger, and she's ready to start cutting in the centre motif. So it looks like she's done all of the blocks on it. And then also, Karen has also shared progress on God Shed His Grace on 20 count easy guide, 1/1 full cross. And I think if I remember correctly, she's doing this is the artisy one, if I remember correctly. So super job. Let's see if I've got anything else in here. Helen, no whip, but finished Tilton's Sons of Anarchy for my son. Struggled halfway through with this one due to not knowing who the hell these guys are. So I sat and watched all 7 seasons to spur me on and get motivated. Things to do for our kids. But this one is actually 31. Good job. I love him. And that is absolute dedication. But congratulations on your gorgeous finish there, Helen. Isn't that wonderful? Let's just put a love on that. Oh. Come on. Oh, what do I have? My tablet. Oh, I'll put it to like. I'll change it to a love later. Beautiful. Okay. Judy is doing Glamour by Marta Darlig for Haid, or Haid. Look at that. Them eyes. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, that, Judy. How long have you been working on it? Okay. Absolutely, Sue. You're not kidding. Do you know, I've been blown away by some of these that I've seen. So Kay, who is Stitchify, Supersize the Kitchen, Max Shelf, Max Colour by Amy Stewart. Still working away across the top row, 10 by 10 blocks using her version of Stitching Mommy's typewriter method, where I work across the project 1 row wide in a snake method. I'm sitting on 5.95%, and so far today I stitched 579 stitches out of 775,964. No, let me start there again. I stitched 579 stitches of 775,964 and 3761, plus a strand of white. I'm currently stitching just under the red wonder clip. So that's the typewriter row there. And we're about here, aren't we, with your stitching? Okay. Looking great. Okay. The other K, Sussex Stitcher, 20 counts, 2/1, full cross, stained glass mermaid by Fox and Teacup Designs, 4%. That is beautiful. Some lovely colours in that. I like your feather in there as well. Several years, Judy, I can imagine. I remember how long it took me for Avarice. 11 years and counting. Celia is stitching Under the Moonlight by Abraham Hunter from the Cross Stitch Studio. It is my 1 million plus stitches piece. So this is the work in progress. Brilliant. And then the full piece. Oh, Celia, this is just, it's a stunning piece, this. I love it. It'd be nice if it cleared up. There we go. Look at that. That is an awesome image. Beautiful. I think that's the lot on that thread. It is. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your pictures. And Ebony shared a floss tube video, Stitch With Me. I'm talking 2025 plans in there as well. So there we go. Cool. Right, let's get back to my old pattern keeper. Gorgeous work. You lot are all super talented.
So are you.
Beautiful stitching, like that colour. Love that one. The wolves are so lifelike. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that one's the Cross Stitch Studio. So Celia made you do it if you fancy stitching a piece of 1 million stitches. Absolutely gorgeous. It's dedication, that. Right, let's get some more black in. Have some of this tea before it goes clap cold. There's nothing like a nice cup of tea. Best cup of tea I have at set is the one that Andy makes me after his bath. I'm watching that after this, Ebony. I was watching your hitting up video the other day. I love your idea of only pulling a few strands instead of full skein. Yeah. Celia, it has 1,080,000 stitches. Holy moly. Oh, kitting up. Yes, of course. I'm just reading that, not making sense of it, am I? My largest one is Night Cafe, which has got 991,000 stitches. I love these Gecko Rouge symbols. I'm doing one right now that is BS. I've got Sailing Fairy coming out on Friday, and Sunday Stitch, the Sweet Daughter of the Deep, and Daughter of the Deep's about 780,000 stitches. So is Melbourne Middle Earth Map, to be fair. A few million stitches on my table, I tell you.
Don't we know it?
There'll be a few more next year. You guys are heroes with your massive projects. Yeah. Either that, I was called a masochist for having all these big projects. And then, of course, the next one down is Envy, which is 240,000. And I thought $250,000 was daunting at one bit. I know it's not. Next one down is Lord of the Rings stained glass and stitching shelf, which are about 370,000 stitches each. Then there's Envy, which is 240,000. But yeah, I was called a masochist. No, I just love cross stitching.
Don't we know it?
Well, you keep telling me I look weird without stitching in my hands.
You do.
Sometimes my hand gets sore, but it doesn't stop me from stitching. Just power on through. I love it. She's getting told off for having more than one project on the go at one time, but I said I'd rather not finish, give and be happy than stitch on one at a time and be miserable. Yeah, absolutely. I'd rather not finish 5 and be happy. Yeah. I understand, yeah. I get that some people are monogamous stitchers. I don't think ever in a month of Sundays I was ever going to be a monogamous stitcher.
You're not.
No, but even when I started stitching, I was never going to be a monogamous stitcher. I've been menopausal raging on and off all day, and I've literally just sat down to stitch and I can feel myself calming right down. You know, that's the thing, isn't it? A lot of people don't realise that stitching is actually quite therapeutic. You know, if stitching could cure all our ills, it'd be available on the NHS, wouldn't it? Sorry, big fingers, little buttons. Not to worry. But it's me as well, because I'm reading it just as is and not making sense of it first, which I should be doing, really. Yeah, I do think stitching is great therapy. It's very calming. Strong advocate for it. My current rotation is 1 project a week, says Laurie. I have 7 whips in cross stitching. That sounds like a fair rotation to me. And Sharon in the group earlier shared the picture of the James Bond piece that she's doing. And she's got a 5 days rotation going. And if it works, it works. Some people love a rotation, some people hate them. I'm one of them that love them. Saved your sanity. Oh, bless you, Patsy. I'm not even menopausal, but I get that raging sometimes, so I know what you mean. I'm more of a sampler's girl, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and thank you for sharing that file in the group, Enid, of your design. It's always good to have things like that in there as well. So, you know, I mean, I'm sort of encouraging people to share things that other people might help, whether it be a link or a recommendation or whatever, as long as it's, you know, kept on the legal side of things, i.e., no pattern sharing, you know, illegally, that kind of thing, then yeah. But, you know, don't forget as well to put a photo or an, you know, picture of your loom knitting in there. I'm upset I'm having a female thing and I'm 50 being vague, but suffice to say I had to take ibuprofen at 11 p.m. last night. I'm on that bench too, Enid. It still happens to me. I've got chocolate on my scissors. Fredo escaping.
Fredo coming back to haunt you.
Something like that. You can only haunt me if he promises I won't get fat again. Yes, I've got a big birthday in January, haven't I, dear?
Yeah.
Definitely getting old. I'm 6 this month and hoped it was over. No dice. Oh dear. For me as well, it seems to have gotten worse. The lighter I get, the more weight I lose, the worse it gets. It's a blessing to lose weight, but it's a curse in many other ways. Sitting down is uncomfortable these days. It feels like I can feel my tailbone when I'm sitting down because I've got no bum left. Yeah. Pfeiffer said she wasn't, but has a band sampler. Ah. Yeah, me too, Sue. Big 5-0 for me. Maybe we can celebrate together in February at the retreat, eh? Be nice. Mine is the 12th. 12th of January. Exactly 4 weeks after Hannah's. You heard the sneezer again, oh dear. Is that you listening to something?
No. It's outside.
I think it's next door.
It might be.
Sounds like they're playing a game or something. They're noisy chuffs, aren't they? It's me, just quietly sat here, stitching away. Oh, you've missed out on the retreat. Oh, what a shame. Oh, you're on the wait list. Right, okay. I've been looking for a picture of the dogs to send me. Can't find it. I've asked my dog walker if she sent a copy because it was her that took it. So when I go to send it, yeah, brilliant. My mum's was 10th of January, so was my parents' wedding anniversary. Ah. Yep, 12th for me. I share my birthday with Michael Parkinson. There are worse people to share it with, I suppose. Hey, interesting to note, those of you that watch crime documentaries, no serial killer was born in January. The last I knew. I could be wrong, but I remember reading one somewhere that there were no serial killers born in January. So we're all good eggs that are born in January. We're not going to become serial killers. What retreat? It is the Floss Friends Hints and Tips retreat in February at the Holiday Inn in Rotherham. It's a weekend retreat. They're going to do like some finishing, tutorials and other bits and bobs as well. So
not the Holiday Inn that was attacked by all those.
Oh no, not that one.
Not that one. The other one.
The other one.
There were two.
Yours is on Hogmanay. Sue, you're on the 7th, so a few days before me. Just serial cross stitches. Yes, absolutely, Laurie. By the sounds of it, there's a few people with birthdays in January, so we're not serial killers, we are serial stitchers. You know what, that sounds like a plan. The January Stitchers Club. What have I done here?
I don't know. What have you done there?
Nothing wrong.
Not that you know of.
No, nothing wrong. Sounds great. If you're going in the future, let me know. Will do. Judy, yours is 23rd of January. See, look, all these stitches with birthdays in January. We're not serial killers in January. There you go. We are serial stitchers. January birthday club, eh? Oh, you put a pic in. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Enid. I'm going to have a look at that in a bit. I've got that in my head now. Anna Karen's 26. You see, they're coming out of the woodwork. Your January birthdays. Ah, Enid, you broke it now. Yours is in May. What date? Might have to have a birthday list in the group page so we can wish you happy birthdays on the days.
I thought groups did that. I thought there was a way to do that.
Yeah, 19th. There probably is a way to automatically do it, but you know.
So that seems familiar. That there'd be a method somehow.
Oh, excuse me. Roast beef's coming back to haunt me. Oh, yours is next week, Laura. 11th of September. Oh, we'll be live streaming, so do join us and we'll wish you a happy birthday. I might even sing. No, to be honest, you really don't want that. You don't want me to sing. Laurie's birthday is in November. Serial procrastinator. Any other November birthdays can identify with Laurie there? September for you also, Carla, the 24th. Great stuff. That is in, let's see, 6, a couple of weeks on Saturday. My wedding anniversary on 29th. Me and Andy will have been married a whole 6 years and counting. It'll be Thursday by then for you in New Zealand. Off to work in about 10 minutes. Yeah, of course, yeah. Sussex Stitcher, you're a December, 2 weeks before Christmas. Hannah is the 15th of December. Lauren's the 4th of April. Andy, you're a March birthday, aren't you? The 14th. Yeah, Hannah's December the 15th, and she was born on a due date. Now, in the UK, in pregnancy, you're allowed to go up to 2 weeks overdue past your due date. No, 10 days past your due date, I think they said at one point. Oh, it was when Hannah was being born. You go 10 days past your due date, and then they'd induce you. But Hannah was actually born on her due date. So, and if she had been born 10 days after, it would have been Christmas Day. And I'm quite glad about that. 31st of December for Patsy. Share yours with my late granddad. 15th of June for Stitchy Pfeiffer for Kay. Ebony March the 9th, who near you. 8th of May for Cheryl. My son was born, his due date also August the 15th. My brother's birthday, that. Out of my three, Hannah was born on a due date, Victoria was 4 days late, and Lauren was 11 days late. She's due on the 23rd of March. And she was born on the 4th of May. So that's 12 days, isn't it? No, 24th of April she was born. So yeah, she was 12 days overdue. She was just comfortable and happy in there, I think. Come on. But yeah, a due date baby is quite a rare thing, apparently. There aren't many babies born on their due days. One of mine was 2 days late. The other one 1 week after and evicted. Oh, served an eviction notice there, Enid. Well, I tried to evict the middle one, but it turned out to be a bit more complicated than we anticipated with her. I had 2 out of my 3 with no painkiller, power gas and air. That was fun. Flower's looking more and more like a dog. It is, isn't it? It's like an English Bull Terrier, isn't it? You know, with the ones with the long face. Is it an English Bull Terrier? French Bulldog. Right, yeah. Catherine's just coming in from Facebook. Excuse me. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Because it's got the head there and it's looking slightly that way. And then the 2 paws.
Hey up, Beanie Bum.
Hey up.
Hey, Lauren. C-section son was footling breech. I was a footling breech. But my mum wasn't offered a
It's
C-section.
because the washer's on, Lauren. That's the mum's on a live stream.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because it'll take off in a bit and we don't want the sound of the washer on the screen, do we?
29th of May, 6 years iron. Yeah. I need something iron, but if you buy me an iron, you're going to get it wrapped around your neck. For his wedding anniversary, that is. Yeah, I were a footling breech, but back when I was born in 1975, C-sections weren't really a thing here in the UK. They didn't really do them. So my mum spent 4 days in labour with me, and they said to her, we will give you a cesarean if this baby isn't born by 12 o'clock midday on the Sunday. And I was born at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, baby. Okay. Are your nails holding up? Still there? No splits or cracks or anything?
Well, the thing is, that's just...
That one has.
It is,
Oh, you might have to clip that one down then. So, yeah. He threatened my mum with a C-section, which she didn't want. And I was a third. I was my mum's 4th pregnancy, but a 3rd baby, because my mum had been pregnant with twins and she'd lost them. But with me, you know, I was a 3rd baby. You know, so for me being footling breech was quite surprising. And the doctor actually, she told me that when I went for a 6-month checkup, the doctor told her that I was very lucky not to have been born with cerebral palsy or some other similar condition, because I'd actually been starved of oxygen at birth. Yeah, it must be absolutely gnarly. I can't imagine it, Enid. I really can't. And because back then, you know, fathers were not allowed in delivery rooms, and there was no sort of support, that kind of thing. And it must have been terrible for her. And, you know, then for the doctor to say that, because she looked at him as if to say, you know, she said to me, she says, I remember. And I said to him, what are you on about? And, you know, then he explained to her that I'd been starved of oxygen. So, yes, I was very fortunate. It could have been a very different story. It just goes to show that even though back in the 70s, medicine was advanced enough to ensure that when I was born, that although difficult, I was born safely. But for my mum, it was definitely a hairy moment. Yes, I've got all of those stitches in. Cool. And, you know, I think my mum was a little bit worried, you know, when I was having mine, because Hannah took 2 days of induction, even though she was born on a due date. I was induced with her. I think my mum was a bit worried for them. Hi, Mal. My mum likes to remind me that I came too fast for any pain meds. Yep, that's like number 3. Apparently, I also came out fist first like Superman. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, Lauren, I'd been in labour all day. I'd been in slow labour. And I went to the hospital at 9 o'clock at night. And at 9:30, they examined me. And they went, oh, you've got hours to go. You're only, 2 centimetres. You're at very early stages. Go for a walk. Go and get a coffee, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'll just stay here and just make sure that gas and air is within my reach. And about 40, 50 minutes later, I'm hammering on the buzzer, and she come in and she went, what's up? And I went, I need to push. This baby's being born. And she went, no, you can't need to push. You're only 2 centimetres, blah, blah, blah. I went, I'm telling you, 3rd baby, this baby's about to be born. She says, okay, let's examine you. And as I'm trying to get on because I'm stood against the bed, leaning over, trying to get on the bed, and I had a massive contraction as I was getting on the bed, and she kind of looked at me and went a bit of a funny colour, and she examined me and she went, oh yeah, you're 9.5 centimetres, you can push whenever you're ready. I'm like, yeah, there you go. See, never underestimate when a mama tells you, especially when she's had more than one baby. It's not a first rodeo. But Lauren was safely born, although a bit quick. No pain relief, apart from the gas and air, which is fairly useless, I have to say, but it was something to focus on. So, yeah. Nothing to liven up a birth more than no painkiller and having an argument with a midwife. I was quite vocal with her. In fact, I actually swore at her when she said, you can't possibly be having this baby. You're only 2 centimetres. I do remember saying something extremely unladylike.
Fill us in.
Well, it started with an F. And I did apologise to her afterwards, and she went, "Oh, it's fine. You were right in the end." Well, I know I was right. I very nearly came up with some more swear words, but there we go. F's and Jeffs there were. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. What time are we on? 9:05.
Yes, 9:05.
Story time. I saw midwives the first time and they told me a story, right? Oh, just while we're waiting for you there, Mal, I also remember with number 2 with Victoria, I'd been in all night, labouring all night. And at 7 o'clock in the morning, my community midwife walked in and she went, "Oh, they're talking about sending you home because you're not doing very much." And I just looked at her and again, something beginning with F fell out of my mouth. And I'm like, "I am doing a lot more than what you think I am." She went, "Oh, let's examine you." And she's like, "Yeah, you're ready to have this." And Victoria was born within the hour. So Enid says, one of their clients was Amish and was in labour and thus went into the birthing centre. Being Amish, she had a lot of complicated clothes to take off. The minute she had a kit off, out came the most vile, colourful profanity, like the foulest, rudest curse words ever heard. Yeah, but she had to take her clothes off first. That must have been quite something. Quite something. My daughter was 10 days late, says Pfeiffer. I got induced at 8 a.m. She was born at 4:45 the next morning. I said she was stubborn from birth. She's a Taurus. Yep. The midwives were very surprised. Definitely. I can imagine. I would imagine that they'd be dining out on that story for some years to come. I guess it would be akin to a nun swearing like a saint. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if 1 or 2 of them did that and all. You cold?
No.
Oh. I can swear like a sailor. I can swear like the flipping captain. Outlandishly stubborn and proud of it, are you, Enid? Yeah. I'm a Capricorn, always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Am I right, dear?
I'm not answering that.
No, to be fair, it's not often I'm wrong, though, is it?
It has been, no.
Yes, but it's not often. I always caveat with, I could be wrong. It's happened before. Thanks for popping in, Sue. It's been lovely to chat. And I hope to see you again. All right. You have a lovely rest of your evening. Tenacity in spades, says Enid. That served me well. Yeah. I've got a stubborn streak. I'm also slightly OCD, I think. Would you agree, love?
Yeah, I think so.
Perseverance, yeah. No worries, Sue. And do let me know if you get a place, won't you? I mean, I'm pretty sure that, well, I would hope that, not in the sense that I would hope that people miss out, but there may very well be 1 or 2 drop out before that retreat. So, but I'm sure we'll catch up before then anyway. Okay. Oh. Yawning this then. How many stitches have I done? 303. I was taught by nuns, and Sister Maria swore like a trooper. Ah, there you go, you see.
Yes, not every nun is as white as they're painted.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. You tired, dear?
No, I'm not. I'm not, honestly.
Probably Sister Maria was no nonsense and pragmatic. Yeah, very possible.
Well, I mean, that's like most nuns, actually. I think most would probably tell you that they're that. I don't know how anyone can live like a nun, frankly.
I have opinions, but I won't share them right here and now. I have opinions about religious orders and what they do. Some of them stir my curiosity, like the Amish, for example, and Mennonite communities. There, I am curious about them because they sort of,
about them,
because of the way that they live their life, and I find it quite fascinating. But some of them, I think, especially the Irish Catholic scandals of recent years, I find that very upsetting. And I know not everybody's tied with the same brush, I get that. But, I just sort of can't help to think as a woman what the suffering would have been like for some of those poor women. But there we go. Moving on. Yes, very, but watch out if you swore back. You know what? Funny, I was thinking about that earlier, Sandy, because when I started in comprehensive school, in secondary school here, it was just at the time that corporal punishment was outlawed in schools. And it was the first year that teachers literally could not touch children at all. And lots of the teachers were quite annoyed about the fact that they couldn't, get the cane out or the slipper or whatever, because corporal punishment had been banned in schools. Because here I can remember being in junior school and infant school and having a blooming slipper. But in secondary school, it had gone. Oh, no worries, Laura. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm glad that it's better than the radio. And I hope that you have a pleasant day at work. I've encountered some Mennonites here in Colorado, in the national parks. Basically, they drive up in a huge passenger van. A bunch of kids in old-time clothes pop out, and they pack food in. I was watching a documentary on YouTube about some Mennonites who'd moved to Brazil. I was like, wow, some distance to go, but they'd moved down there to make a better life.
Have you got a plastic pan by any chance?
No, but I know where there is one.
Where?
Kitchen windowsill by that plant pot. I mean, fair play to them, but moving literally from the USA down to Brazil is a massive move, isn't it? You know, they're all experiencing aeroplanes and stuff for the first time, and probably, you know, for some of them would be the last time. There we go.
Double check that.
Why was it not charged?
Well, I've got 4 batteries, so I know for a fact that these 3 are charged. It's just I haven't charged the one that's in the GoPro.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'll swap it over. It's not a big deal. It just means that I'll just charge in this one. I'll bring them all back to me.
Yeah, I think as well, Enid, if I remember rightly, after they got off the plane, then they had to travel for a couple of days to get to where they were going. Yeah, it's Andy's GoPro. I mean, to be fair, you can plug it in and charge the battery without taking the battery out and putting it on a charging dock or anything. So he's getting ready for his big interview tomorrow.
That one's fully charged.
Oh, cool.
Besides, it doesn't matter because the one that's not charged, it will just charge with the others when I'm done tomorrow.
Yeah.
I won't need 3 batteries for tomorrow.
Well, we'd hope not.
I'll be lucky if I need one. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, Andy has to have several batteries because he can be filming sometimes for like 4 or 5 hours. On the rest, yeah. So definitely needs plenty of battery power. So interchangeable batteries are an absolute must.
Yeah, if anyone fancies getting me any Christmas presents this year, then GoPro batteries are always high for this.
Oh yes, very exciting, says Mal. Congrats to Andy on his newfound fame.
Well, I wouldn't say it's newfound. It's just I just think it's a progression.
Yeah, it's a progression, yeah. Going to national television, national news.
I'm not famous.
No, you're infamous. You are among us.
Infamous, yeah.
You are among us. You're famous among us.
Infamy. They've all got
But infamy.
Who the heck is Jack Draper?
No idea why.
Because a certain Mr. Grant has just put on his status, hell yes, it's Jack Draper.
All right.
It is Jack Draper.
Well, we're hoping more national celebrity by the time this article goes out, Mal, because he's been picked up by a national television news network. So, and they also have a big YouTube presence. So we're hoping to see not only a piece actually on the news, but a piece on YouTube as well that's there for posterity kind of thing. So we just have to hope.
That's who Jack Draper is.
Who?
Tennis player.
Oh, right, okay. Never heard of him. Harry Draper I've heard of, but not Jack. Ring any bells?
No.
Don't know your Seafret then, do you?
Oh, is that his surname? I didn't know that was his surname.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know that. And ironically, the other member of the band is called Jack.
Sedman. They might hire him for local news travel. They might hire him for something. You never know.
I don't want anybody hiring me because that will stop me from doing this.
Only if it doesn't interfere, eh?
Right, kitchen windows though, you said?
Yeah.
Not very big one, but it'll do.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Had some roast beef for my dinner and it's coming back to haunt me. I got an intact set of Aero Burnout straight knitting needles. Oh. Haven't seen the Aero brand for years. My mum used to use Aeros. No, knitting needles.
Oh,
Then she switched to some bamboo ones. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, I would imagine that the vintage for sure. Enid. So had the top end of them was like round with a round disc in it, which told you the size. My mum was a big knitter, and she did do other crafts. She didn't stitch per se. She did a little bit of embroidery crawl work. But she did more card making in her later years. Stitching for me, though. Definitely the stitchy bug. Oh dear, looks like Spiking's special stands have had a bit of drama.
You are.
I'll not respond to anyone who's been deliberately impatient and blasphemous. I message people when his stand is being made. Stands are made in order of purchase. No one will be boosted up the list just because they bombard with messages. If you can't be patient and understanding that life happens, I'll be happy to refund said people. Absolutely spot on. I agree with Alison there. I saw a post as well from Sarah, Pain Free Crafts. Somebody didn't read the website, and that her downloads are triggered manually and so on and so forth, and there's a time difference, and somebody was rather rude to her as well. Don't know what's with people at the moment. I don't know. My mum taught me if you can't be nice, don't say anything at all. But patience is definitely a virtue, isn't it? Well, stories I could tell of rude customers from my days in retail. Yeah. I have a few as well just from my days on the phones.
It's not just customers, is it?
Nope.
It's the other class of people you deal with.
My mother said the same, but didn't follow her own rule. Yeah. Never understood how people could be so worked up over lotions and candles.
People surprise you. Human race is amazing.
Yeah.
And not always amazing for the good.
Grateful to wait as long as I have to for my spikings. Yeah. If you want something that's handmade and bespoke, then yeah, you have to be prepared to wait. That's that. I have to go. Thanks for a great live and lovely chatting. Oh, no worries, Ebony. Thank you so much for coming in. It's really appreciated. I'm pretty sure I'll see you in the group. And I'm sure we'll catch up. I am not going to be many minutes as I'm away myself. In fact, just get a few more stitches in and then we will be looking at calling it a night, chaps. See if I can even get this thread undone. What are you snickering at?
Oh dear.
So something you need to catch up with me later.
No, I can tell you it. I'll tell you right. Because of what I do, and you guys know what I do by now. On Facebook, I'm a member of quite a lot of local groups.
Oh yes.
And in one of them, someone's just basically put an hour ago. Anyone else just got a short power cut with the name of the street they're on? It's 23 comments, so I had a look. And various people are saying yes, various people are saying no. They're putting which street they're on. And at the bottom of the list, there's a guy saying, "Mark safe from power cut 24 on the high street."
Brilliant. Right, okay. So there's those few stitches. Make me 310 on this session. And that is where I need to call it a night, chaps, because my bum's gone to sleep. And I've got to be up for work in the morning. So thank you all very much for joining and for sharing your pictures in the group. We will do the same again for Sunday. So if you're all here Sunday 7:30, we'll be live and it'll be Daughter of the Deep, which will be on the stand on Sunday. So I'm going to go and I'll tell you all to take care. Have a lovely rest of your week and all being well, I will see you Sunday night. I've got 2 Stitch With Me's coming out, one tomorrow, which is a chatty, one on Saturday, which is ASMR. So watch out for them. I'll see you later, chaps. Thanks for a first live for me. It's been great to chat. Come back, Judy, won't you? Good night to everybody. Good night, Pfeiffer, Sussex, Patsy, everybody, Sandy, and all of you in here. So I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.